Guys, we are here at the New Mexico History Museum, Palace of the Governors, and if you are interested in our great state's history, this is the place to come. They've recently dusted off a number of their core exhibits, and today we're checking out one of the features, the Fred Harvey Company and its legacy. Hey guys, we are here with Meredith Davidson, who is the curator of the 19th and 20th century Southwest collections, and we're talking about Fred Harvey, the Harvey House exhibit that's going on here. First of all, who was Fred Harvey?
Sure. Fred Harvey was an English immigrant who came to the U.S. in the 1850s, and he's really this character that has all of the classic markings of a romantic American story. He comes to the U.S. He has a series of failed businesses, basically, after having been a dishwasher in New York, and eventually moves to Kansas City and opens a trackside restaurant. He gets into the railroad business as a freight agent and aligns himself with the Atchison, Topeka, Santa Fe. And the Fred Harvey that we know is really a long list of restaurants and hotels across the Southwest that reinvented and reimagined what we think of really now as Southwestern cultural tourism.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why he's so important to tourism, and especially New Mexico, obviously. Yeah. Southwestern tourism, a big draw here for folks both in state and out of state. So tell us a little bit about the exhibit here and what folks can see. Obviously, there's a lot of different artifacts here, stories and collections. So what are some of the featured items here in the exhibit?
Well, the exhibit is really a grouping of unique pieces that haven't been seen publicly almost ever for a lot of them. We were lucky enough to work with the descendants of the Fred Harvey family. We worked with a lot of private collectors, some public collections, and our own collection to bring together pieces that really tell the story of Fred Harvey through individual narratives. Some of the things I like are highlights on the family itself. You know, you said he, as in the Fred Harvey has done so much, but Fred Harvey himself actually dies in 1901.
Oh, wow.
And so, but he does this genius thing that's new, that he basically says in his will, don't do anything differently for 10 years after I'm dead. Keep running the company. At this point, they had a whole chain of eating houses already in existence, many in New Mexico. And he says, don't do anything differently for 10 years. And so he extends his name into a level of branding. That's really one of the first times in American history that this has been done. And so the way we think of Fred Harvey and some of the artifacts that are in this exhibit that people think of as classic Fred Harvey, the man himself wasn't even around for.
No kidding.
Yeah, so it's
That's
really
very
interesting.
Smart to instill that legacy. Now, you said that he's having a revival. Why is the revival happening right now?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of factors on why it's happening now. One of them is that there are several new publications, there are several documentaries that have come out on the topic recently, and there just seems to be something that one of my friends and an author of The Appetite for America, which is a book on Fred Harvey history, likes to say is that we're in a Fredissance. That I don't know what it is that is you know, so engaging right now, but I think there's a little bit of a rise of looking at the history of the West and the history of people coming out to New Mexico and out to the Southwest that's intriguing for people. And we've seen that in just the opening of this exhibit. For the opening itself, we had over 700 people the day of.
Wow.
And you know, we have people coming in every day asking for the exhibit, and it's really a fun topic, so it's a fun thing to come learn about.
For more information on Fred Harvey, the New Mexico History Museum and Palace of the Governors, and the Culture Pass, head over to casa.com.